There is so many different angles to attack this Chris Rock special on, and all of them are equally hilarious. A couple days ago, we took a look at the Meghan Markle dust up, and that was fine, but everybody is very much centering all of their attention, justifiably so, around the Will Smith and his superior half, Jada Pinkett Smith. And, well, there's a couple of other figures on top of this that we need to take a look at. Mostly the rented cock in the room, August Alsina. Jada Pinkett Smith's affair partner thought Chris Rock's jokes were funny. Well, to be fair, they totally were, and he made a bunch of different very funny turn of phrases when it comes to addressing Jada, and we'll get to that. But first and foremost, what did August have to say about this? I know that it's March, but somebody out there is feeling August. So the singer, who's the other half of Jaden's friend, but Jada Pinkett Smith's romantic entanglement. Yeah, I don't know if it was so much, flowers and chocolate as much as just heavy breathing and grunting into a pillow. The 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, I guess. Watched Chris Rock's comedy special and thought it was funny. It's like, yeah, you roast that old bitch. August watched the Netflix special and he laughed. Well, good for him. He's got a good sense of humor. A source told the Post, he thought it was not only funny, but truthful. Oh, shit. That was the best part for him. Rock finally went public on Saturday with his thoughts on being slapped by Will Smith. In it, Rock speculated that Smith smacked him, and not just over his joke about Pinkett Smith's baldness, which, I don't know, can we confirm? Anyways, but because Smith was unleashing built-up anger over her affair with Alsina. Yeah, everybody in the world called him a bitch, Rock said of Smith. Everybody. And who's he hit? Me, a average NBA player. He know he could beat. That's some bitch-ass shit. Apt description. Source suggested that Alsina's eyes, Rock got it right. Yo! You know what the fuck? That's what he looks like now? Interesting. Cut off all his dreads and he got gay frames for his fake glasses. Interesting. That's a little bit better than the pod racer specs that he has in that picture, but yeah. Oh well. A lot of people spoke out against Alsina, the source said, so I was happy to see that Chris Rock seemed to be advocating for the truth and not just making a joke, which is something that Chris Rock has done very well. Probably does it better than just about anybody else touring right now, at least at that level. And truly is the essence of joke telling. There needs to be a kernel of truth and it can be wrapped in hyperbole. Those are the jokes that normally hit the hardest. Rock crowed about Smith during his stand-up special. His wife was fucking her son's friend. Page 6 previously reported that Alsina, now 30, and Pinkett Smith, 51, oof, sorry to hear that, met in 2015 at the Wire Festival in London. She's like, what that Wire do? And he's like, wouldn't you like to find out? Where the Smiths' kids, Willow and Jaden, were performing. Jaden is just so untalented, but at least Willow had that stupid I whip my hair back and forth song and followed it up with another bad haircut. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Anyways. The singer quickly became a friend of the family, even vacationing the next year with the couple and their children in Hawaii. But rumors began to swirl when little pieces of dreadlock were found in the marital bed and Will Smith was seen punching air. When Alsina and Pinkett Smith were photographed looking loved up in 2017 BET Awards. Yeah, that's the ever-famous picture that I really hope somebody bought a framed version of for Will, because that's your wife, homie. You want to claim that, huh? Interesting. People were speculating, the source said, and Will and Jada have a very unique understanding. Yeah, your average open relationship, except nobody's died yet. August was vindicated when he said he had a conversation with Will. It was a blessing given. Yo. It was probably something like a business agreement. Okay, August just wanted to throw it in for a quick second. Will's like, no, can you just go ahead and take her off my hands? And then they just settled somewhere in the middle. It's like, okay, fine, we'll just talk about it on a stupid podcast 3 years later, and you can't release any diss tracks until at least a couple years after that. Okay, we good? Got it? Good. In June of 2020, Alsina told Angela Yee, host of The Breakfast Club, okay, that's where I've heard that name before, that he sat down with Will and had a conversation due to the transformation from the Smiths' marriage to a life partnership. Yo, that is a conversation that your wife or your girlfriend ever wants to have with you. your relationship's over. Like, she doesn't respect you like that anymore. He gave me his blessing. A few days later, Pinkett Smith confirmed the entanglement in a discussion with Smith on her Facebook watch series, Red Table Talk, but told her husband that she didn't consider it a transgression because the couple were on a break at that time. And yeah, famously, Will was like, no, we were broken up during that time. Right, honey? And she's like, yes, we were definitely broken up, 100%. But while her dance partner found it to be pretty accurate, fairly hilarious, Jada is apparently not taking it very well. Jada Pinkett Smith, insiders accuse Chris Rock of being obsessed with her. This is the first time that he's actually addressed it, and your name hasn't really come out of his mouth beforehand. It was just more or less passive-aggressive, snipes at Will. So somebody's once again mad for her lack of talent or relevancy. It's like, no, he's obsessed with me, trust me. Okay. For her, and call comedian out for repeatedly referring to her as a bitch. He did not. He said that everybody was calling Will a bitch. Didn't call you a bitch at all whatsoever. Somebody's up in their feelings. Just days after Chris Rock blasted Will Smith and wife, Jada Pinkett, they don't even have the entire name hyperlinked, that sucks, on his live Netflix special, Selective Outrage. Sources close to Jada are claiming Rock is obsessed with her. He's obsessed. If you get that reference, you're awesome. Many fans already criticized Rock for choosing Pinkett Smith's hometown of Baltimore to film his special. Well, it's like a 75% black place, so it would kind of make sense that he would go there, but I don't think he really cared. It was the best place to get an auditorium. He wanted to film that day. I don't think he cares all that much, just saying. And given the fact that it was after a 2.5-hour set that he finally broke into that material, I don't think he cares. I don't think he cares that much. You're just trying to make a mountain out of a molehill and then have somebody fuck it on your behalf. Jada had no part in all of this other than being heckled. Yeah, of course, we kind of figured it because Chris Rock is talented, funny, and knows when to pick his point and select his moment appropriately. So yeah, we know definitely that Jada had nothing to do with it. Chris is obsessed with her, and that's been going on for almost 30 years. Nobody cares. Like, everybody's just thinking that you're dollar store Halle Berry. You're the lady from Swordfish if they bought him off Wish. Like, nobody cares about Jada Pinkett Smith. You're the hilarious bitch that writes, loving letters about the shivering orgasms that you give yourself thinking about living with Tupac. Bruh, you're an embarrassment. Look where he chose to film his Netflix special, her hometown of Baltimore. Obsessed! Well, does Chris Rock have any specific love for Baltimore? I haven't heard him shout it out in any form or fashion, but I don't think anybody knew that Jada was born there. Literally, it was probably a shock to Will, to be completely honest. But physiognomy, just draw the lines, bro. Draw the fucking line. He's got an Oscar. He's finally got a fucking Oscar. But everybody knows exactly what he idolizes. Fucking yuck, bro. Source close to Jada disputes. The line that he was saying years ago. His wife said, I should quit the Oscars. I shouldn't host cause her man didn't get nominated for Concussion. Oh yeah, right, when she was not acting and instead just bitching and whining and complaining about not having enough talent in order to get nominated. So Chris Rock should stop working for the Oscars. So it kind of sounds like one party was definitely obsessed with the other. It's just not the way that she wants to paint it. But all right. But yes, he didn't get nominated for Concussion, and he gives me a fucking concussion, Rock said during the special. A source close to Jada disputes this. Oh, of course, she never asked Chris not to host the Oscars. She publicly said in a Facebook post at the time that Chris would be a great Oscars host and perfect for the job. Gonna have to get a source cited for that. Back in 2016. Yeah, but who the fuck, outside of like one Hallmark event in 2016, who the fuck remembers anything from back then? But anyways, okay, back in 2016, she helped start a movement with the Academy Awards by questioning why there are so few black members. Do you want the tough truths? Do you want the everybody's laughing at your husband because you were fucking the pool boy truth? No, I doubt it. And Chris took it to this, the source added. Rock also said in the special, if I did some jokes about her. Who gives a fuck? That's how it is. She starts it, I finish it. I still don't see where he calls her a bitch or anything like that. That's not what fucking happened. Nobody picked on this. Oh, there it is. Nobody's picking on this bitch. Called her a bitch. Oh my god. See, it's an evil attack. See, he's lying on me. He called me a bitch. It's just everybody's obsessed. Source claimed Jada was shocked at how many times Chris used the word bitch in referring to Jada. Yeah, only one call out for her specifically, but he said bitch a lot. Have you seen any of his old stand-up? Just asking. I'm sure she has. She's obsessed. Jada is looking to move on from the drama. No, man, I find this shit hilarious because this is what happens when you lay with a quarrelsome woman. It's better to live on the corner of a roof than share a home with a quarrelsome woman. Was that Proverbs 3:16 or some shit like that? I know it's in the Bible. And that's what you get, man. You end up having to put on a fabricated smile, soft eyes, continue to lean into your wife who is giving you the body language of somebody who could give less of a fuck about you than anything else. The only reason that anybody's still talking about your bald ass is because your husband made himself cuck numero uno. That's why she will forever be the worst example of being a wife in Hollywood. There's nobody that's ever gonna come close. Well, I can't say ever, but it's gonna be a high bar to climb. Duh. Words are hard sometimes, and so, hopefully they're not too hard so that the Jada wants to fuck them and embarrass Will any further. With all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.